Each body part is ruled by a zodiac. Aries rules the head. That's why he's standing on the head of the table. Taurus rules the neck. That's why he has a very thick neck for Taurus. The next sign is Gemini, the two arms, the two twins. That's why he's holding up his hands for Gemini. Next sign is Cancer, the crab. He has a knife in his hand to represent the pinches of a crab. The next sign is Leo. This is when the sun is powerful and radiant in the middle of summer. This is why he's showing power and dominance with his elbow and a clenched fist. The next sign is Virgo. He's pointing out there's no Adam's apple. This is a woman. It's a Virgo, the virgin. Jesus is the sun, the light of the world, the risen saviour, the sun in the sky. One hand open for the daytime and the one hand down for the nighttime, giving and taking. He's in a triangle for the rays of the sun. Libra is when the sun is balanced between the summer and the winter. That's why Libra is the balanced scales, and the symbol is a rising sun. This is why his arms out are balanced for the balancing of the sun. The next sign is Scorpio. Scorpio represents your genital area. This guy is Scorpio, pointing upwards. Our reproductive organs, Scorpio, must be raised upwards to Aries, which is the head. Aries is an anagram for arise. This is the resurrection of Christ, bringing the sexual energy to activate dormant brain cells in the brain. Res is the head, erection is an erection. They are in 4 groups of 3 because there are 3 months in each season. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Matthew, John, Mark and Luke. The Holy Grail is your neck and head. It's a cup because the sun and the moon represent the pineal and the pituitary gland, the 2 male and female spiritual glands in the brain. The pineal gland produces melatonin, the pituitary produces serotonin. Every time the moon enters your sun sign, every month, the 2 fluids take a trip down the spine to the solar plexus, which is the cave where Jesus dies for 2 days. If you save your you-know-what energy, you resurrect this oil. Res is resh, which is Hebrew for the head. Erection is your stimulation. Raising your erection energy to the head is the true resurrection of Christ. When you raise this fluid up the 33 vertebrae back to the brain, it heals the body and regulates the blood. This is why the medical staff is the kundalini, spine, and the 2 hemispheres of the brain. It also activates 100% of the brain. Christ is Christos, which is Greek for oil. You raise the Christ up the 33 vertebrae to be born again in John 3:3. And this is why Jesus was crucified in Golgotha, which translates to a place in the skull. This is also the story of Santa and Hickory Hickory Dock up and down the clock. The Antichrist is not what you think. Hiding this process which happens in the body, which can regulate the systems in the body and make you live for hundreds of years, is the true Antichrist. Do you know your heart is not actually a pump? The heart is in the shape of a chestahedron, a 7-sided shape where all of the surface areas are the same. When placing a chestahedron in a box, it sits on an angle of 36 degrees off center. This is the same angle which the heart sits in the chest, hence why it's called a chestahedron. Placing a chestahedron in water creates a vortex in the water, and your heart tissues is in a vortex spiral. Your heart is actually one muscle but wrapped in a spiraling vortex form. This is because your heart is a vortex energy generator. Blood enters the heart and creates a vortex spiral inside of the heart. Your heart turns water in the blood into plasma, the 4th state of water, which they'll never tell you about. Plasma makes up approximately 55% of your blood. The earth is electromagnetic. The reason why heart rearranged as earth is because the heart takes the electromagnetic energy of the earth and turns this into plasma in the blood to run the physical body. Your heart is directly connected to the universe, to the electromagnetic energy of the earth. This is why we always see Jesus pointing at his heart. Your heart is inside of the chest. This is where the treasure is, inside of the heart. Your heart contains 40,000 neurons, which is the exact same cells in your brain. The heart is the emotional brain which gives you guidance. It tells you what is right and what is wrong. This is why we say follow your heart. So death is an illusion. The body is the electrical machine for the magnetic soul. The magnetic soul is powering the electric body. Death has ether within it because when you die, you go through the ether into the astral plane, the spirit world. The ether is the veil between the physical and the astral world. Chakras are the 7 layers of self. When you die under a false identification of yourself, you have now created another layer you need to strip off, which will then cause you to be reincarnated through the Saturn moon matrix, the earth. You have to find your true self while you are alive, or else you will die with a false identification. The spirit symbol is the circle, which is cycle. It has no beginning, no end, because spirit is eternal. You are body, mind and soul, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. The mind is the projector which projects the soul into the different bodies. The soul is just the watcher, symbolized as a single eye, the all-seeing eye. It sees what the mind is seeing, what your emotions are like, and sees with the two eyes. It's the all-seeing eye. Here's the Egyptians showing you the soul leaving the physical body. Life and death cycle is found within the days, day and night, sleep and awake. This is all micro-macrocosms, because the universe is fractal. The physical world is the phi cycle, the cycle of the Torah. 13 is not unlucky, they made you scared. 13 adds up to 4. The number 4 is your fourfold nature, mental, emotional, etheric and physical. 4 seasons of the yearly cycle, 4 gospels, the cross is the 4. Jesus has 12 disciples for the 12 zodiac signs. He is the 13th because it represents human consciousness. We are all the universe experiencing itself. We are all Christ, we are all God. The 12 zodiacs go around us because they are the energies that influence our mind, body and spirit. 13 is not an evil number. The word sacred is scared because they want you scared of the sacred things so that you do not do your research. The Bible is filled with cryptograms, metaphors, allegories and astrological codes. The solar system is a soul system. We started in the stars, then we incarnated into the heart of the soul system, which rearranged spells Earth. You descended from spirit into matter. The soul luring system lures your soul deeper into matter, which are the lower 3 chakras. You are the mind and soul, not the physical body. If you die and your mind is still attached to these worldly physical things, you will want to reincarnate here. The body corresponds with the higher and the lower self. You need to get out of power, food, and you know what, into the higher chakras, so that your mind is not attached to the worldly things when you die from here. This is why they get you so addicted to clothes and all of these physical things. The fast food restaurants are red, orange, and yellow because they keep you here. You need to connect with your true divine self, which is inside of the pineal gland. This is the Holy Grail, your neck and head, because the Holy Grail out of the physical world and ascension is connecting with your true consciousness form. You need to be united, not divided. You need to turn the masculine and feminine energies into balance, because heaven has the word even in it. You have to become even because your consciousness has no gender. The devil is the deveil. You deveil yourself by having these mental addictions to the worldly things. The soul luring system is inside of you. You have to deveil yourself out of the 7 seals in the Bible. The 7 seals are the 7 chakras because they seal your true self.